frequent since, but it's back. Playoff football in the Bay Area here at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Ahead, we'll decide the second entrant to next week's NFC title game as we've got a great one in store.
Between the Washington Commanders
and the San Francisco 49ers. Who will punch the fourth and final ticket to the conference championship round? We'll know soon enough as we are underway here on a January afternoon.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
Here we go, set.
Off of play action, here's Lance.
Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
49 yards for him already. An excellent drive to kick off this divisional round matchup. That might be an understatement.
And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard.
Here we go.
On 2nd and 9, Lance buying time to his left. And he whips that one incomplete there.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
These playoff games have a tendency to be tight. You have to wonder if that missed field goal could haunt them later.
Yeah, we're always looking for the key plays, right? The ones that we're going to magnify. Usually those happen in the second half or later in the game. This might be the key play of the game showing up here in the first half.
Wentz bringing the Commanders up for 1st and 10.
At their own 21.
Here's Gibson to start the drive.
And he's not going anywhere to start the night. They stop him at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Defense able to get there, swarm to the football. Zilch, 0 nada there for the offense, Charles.
Yeah, it really was an example of good team defense, wasn't it? Everyone handled their responsibilities, and they held them to no gain.
They fake the give. Now Wentz. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. It got his man complete.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. I tell you, when Carson Wentz can really step into one and get that 6'5" frame behind it, he can really launch it. On 1st and 10, it's Gibson.
And he is going to lose yardage here. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
On 2nd and 11 now. Wentz.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by the safety, Jaquiski Tartt.
And the 49ers will take over here at their own 14-yard line. Now, that was one I kind of saw coming, Charles. You had a free safety just hanging back there over the middle, waiting, and he saw that ball go in the air, and he jumped on it.
And I don't know why the quarterback didn't see that. That was just your standard cover 3, which means the free safety in the middle of the field, the 2 corners, and they divide the field in thirds. But when you have a free safety with range, like a good center fielder, he can go from side to side and make plays on the football as he did there.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. And some room to work. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line.
24 yards the gain there. Another first down as well.
Ready. Red, yellow. Flag red. Hut.
Play action. Now it's Lance. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Commanders are going to have it here at their own 15.
Pardon me, we ever heard the story of Icarus in mythology? That's the guy who flew too close to the sun and had his wings melted. That was our guy right there. Keeps pressing it and pressing it. Finally, on that throw, he paid the price with that turnover.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
And this is going to be a Commander's first down as the tackle made just shy of the 40.
I don't know what this says about me, but I love successful runs up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that.
And it doesn't matter whether it's zone blocking, whether it's a power scheme. When you have a blocker on a defender and then the running back can read it, find the proper hole, and just go, sometimes a thing of beauty.
Ambry Thomas up to make the play defensively.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
Hang in there now.
Play action. Now Wentz. Going deep downfield for Ross. And he's got it inside the 10. A huge play there for Washington, and even 50 yards.
We saw these guys have some big plays in their wild card win last week, and they're certainly going to need to continue to put up plays like we just saw there if they hope to continue to move on in these playoffs.
And he fights his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson,
a 6-yard touchdown run.
And the Commanders are on the board first here in this division round matchup. Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And that makes the score 7-0.
Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away.
And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive in particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Now a dump off here complete. That one a first down pickup of 8.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a first down.
And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Shotgun now for Lance. This one caught by Kittle. And some space here. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A gain there of 21 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Drill 52.
First down, here's Mitchell. And he's taken down inside the 30. 67 yards rushing for him now as he has been strong here in the first half of this divisional round matchup. Lance now on first down. Being chased out left. That ball caught. Brandon Ayuk. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. That's good for a first down. There's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch of the playoffs.
Ready?
Trying the right side with Mitchell. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Black West. Black Ultra.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Lance to the right side. It's caught by Mitchell. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that'll leave him with a 3rd and just a yard.
Here we go, back.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll try and pick it up with Mitchell. Oh, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done.
Watch out now. 50 Fury. Drill green. White. 6. Mega. Steel. Black. Ready.
And they'll go for it. Lance. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And it'll be a turnover on downs. And they've now made 2 trips to the red zone and still looking for their first touchdown.
Not able to punch it in, and if you're on defense, your confidence is sky high. Because mentally, you're saying, hey, you're in the red zone. We're thinking we're giving up 3. We just want to give up 6. In this case, they end up not giving up the touchdown at all. They've got to feel great about what they got done.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now Wentz. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. His first catch of the divisional round goes for a first down. He had 5 catches last week in their wild card win. Here's Gibson on the read option. Room here to run. Look at this. Middle of the field. A breakaway. Touchdown, Washington. They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was, and if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
Extra point by Sly is up and good, and that'll make the score 14-0. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They've got to be a little shell-shocked. Down double digits at home in the playoffs. Still in the first half. They've got to turn things around quickly. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Lance. Right side, and he finds Gray. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime we will visit with Jonathan Coachman standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend.
Clock, 10.
On third down, here's Mitchell. And this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
On 4th down, the Niners trot out Mitch Wishnowski to bunt the football. And this one will wind up being down just outside of that 20-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And now consider the lead. The question is, how much is good enough? Are you going for more?
It's the NFL. There's never enough, I believe, because they get reeled in all the time when you sit on the ball. I think that they will try and move the ball downfield and try and squeeze a few more points out of this first half. They'll be careful. They'll be a little bit cautious at times, but also they will attack downfield and try and get in position for at least 3 points.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jason Verrett, and his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. So that potentially an important takeaway here in this second quarter.
Because what it does is give their offense a chance to put a drive together. They've got nothing on the scoreboard so far, so you have to think that they need something before the break. And now they have an opportunity.
Now he'll let it go deep left sideline.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket, only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Lance. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Throwing is Lance on 3rd down. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you can even call this an off day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm, trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
Wishnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And with decent starting field position, they're maybe only a couple completions away from field goal range. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Wentz. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll send the tight end in motion. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
On Wentz is intercepted yet again. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley. And the Niners are going to take possession of the football.
Really nice pick there for the reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week. And a good story on that, he said he didn't even know he won the award. His buddy had to call him. He saw it on television and said, hey, congratulations. How about that?
And I'll bet you his buddy said, well, since you didn't know, I'll just go ahead and claim the award, right? And everything that goes along with it. But the reason he won the award the previous week and what we just saw there, instincts, understanding where the play is going and being able to make a play on the football.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Mitchell.
He's got room at the 30.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC Divisional Round matchup. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports Halftime Report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they've been the better of the 2 teams through 2 quarters of play, much to the chagrin of this home crowd.
Yeah, this score is a surprise to a lot of folks at home, although not to my dad. He predicted the visitors would win. And maybe to the folks in the stadium, but you know who is not a surprise to, partner? This team with the football. They were very confident coming in.
That's good for 28 yards.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Vanderbilt's own Oren Burks had the tackle defensively. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
A run here for J.D. McKissick.
And he's going to be met at about the 43. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. On play action, it's Wentz. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Wentz going to go on 4th down. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. And into the end zone. A pick six for the 49er D as they score a touchdown.
Well, here in this third quarter, the whole complexion of the ball game flips on a dime there, CD. This is back to a one-score game.
And sometimes when your offense is sputtering, you as a defensive unit have to take it upon yourselves to say, we've got to go out there, maybe take a few chances along the way, and see if we can generate some points ourselves. And lo and behold, they were able to deliver.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
To try again after the sack. Wentz.
Got this complete to Jahan Dotson.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right. You have a guy that has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
'49ers have an extra defensive back on the field. A nickel set for third down. Here's Wentz to throw. Got a man. It's Ross. Complete.
And he's going to have a Commander's first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
He'll take this to the 46.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Wentz. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 34-yard line. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down.
Here's Gibson on the read option.
This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Here's Gibson on the read option.
And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6.
128 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. They'll run with Gibson.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
On 2nd down, a run with Gibson.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. The 2nd down play not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
Wentz now on 3rd and goal. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. John Ross, a 7-yard touchdown grab.
And the Commanders will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And it's now 21-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he returns this to the 22.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
On 1st down, Lance.
And that is incomplete.
At this point in the game and the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
2nd and 10 here as we sit in the 3rd quarter of this divisional round matchup. From the gun, it's Lance.
Dancing to his left. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
To throw, it's Lance.
Forced out to his left.
Oh, he'll look downfield for Kittle.
And that's caught inside the 35.
And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
One quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Lance looking to throw it.
Steps away to his left.
He'll dump that one off to Mitchell.
He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. Looking to throw again on 2nd down.
Lance
buying time to his left. And he slings one that's incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
The Niners on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4.
Throwing now is Lance. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had it and dropped it. That is an unforced error there, and it takes away what could have been a touchdown.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
Desperation time here. Lance. That's complete.
Now a loose football. The ball comes out.
And it's Washington that scoops it up.
No question that one stings a little extra because he had that first down. It would have been a 4th down conversion.
Love the effort. Love the maneuverability. Don't like the fact that he didn't bring the ball with him. And now it's going to go in the other direction.
Out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
They find some open field here. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down.
158 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
So that play much needed there as they're all the way out near the 40 for a 1st and 10.
On 1st down, right back to Gibson.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Here's McKissick, and that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down.
Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
On 3rd and long, it's Wentz. Going deep downfield for Ross. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked Tarvarius Moore.
And the 49ers are right back in this football game.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
And this could be the defining moment of their season, all hyperbole aside. You're trailing here in the fourth quarter, the divisional round, and they need to come up with something as they get this drive started. Oh, he'll look downfield for Kittle.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Give him big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
Blaster, stick. Black shot. Green jack. Ready?
Throwing again on 2nd and 10.
Lance.
Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. That'll put him north of 100 yards receiving now in this divisional round game. And it's a first down.
Blue striker. Red, yellow.
Here's Lance.
And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play. And he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
Claws red.
Again, they'll throw it with Lance.
Being chased out left. And he fires one that's intercepted. William Jackson with a... designs of kind of wiggling their way back into this one. That hurts their chances right there.
They had to put it mildly. Look at the lead, look at the deficit, trying to make a play downfield. Everyone seeking to be somewhat the hero. Didn't turn out that way at all, and you're exactly right. It's going to take a lot for them to have a chance to win this one now.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here is stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it, they've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
So it's Commanders football as we get back to it.
They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already.
Wentz to the sideline on 4th down. Joey Sly is out there now for the Washington field goal. Sly able to put this one through.
And that will extend their lead even further. So with that, you figure now this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
Here we go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Here's Lance to throw it.
And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted.
picked off by Cameron Curl.
All smiles and high fives on that defensive sideline. That interception will cap off what was truly a tremendous performance.
Yeah, if you can hold a team to 7 points in the NFL, that's the kind of day that you feel really good about. Now, I do know a few guys are going to think to themselves, held them to 7. If we made one more play, could have had our shutout.
2nd and goal from inside the 5.
One more time with Gibson.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. Finally, defensively, they have a little clip to show positive for actually stopping him running the football.
It's been a really long night for them, hasn't it? So they got a little bit of a win there, but...
And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder, Jimmy Ward.
And the Niners are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
Slide blue. Ready?
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
Got a man. That's Ayuk.
And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a 1st down.
And Lance now to throw.
Dancing to his left.
Over the middle, and he's got Gray.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock.
Black Ultra. Real green. White.
On 1st and 10, here's Lance.
This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave him with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. In motion comes the tight end left.
Lance looks to throw again.
Forced out to his left. He's going to go up top for the end zone. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Partner, they've been aggressive, airing it out all game long, and no better evidence than those last 2 snaps. They weren't going to beat this coverage, though, 2 plays in a row, and that one falls incomplete.
Steps away to his left. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Going to throw deep for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on the